All right, Tshwane had a mayor, then it didn't. Then it had a mayor, then it didn't. There's been another vote, and the DA's candidate, Cilliers Brink, is the new City of Tshwane mayor. He narrowly defeated Cope's Ofense Malasi by 109 votes to 102. So the difference there, just 7 votes. 2 councillors abstained from voting. The IEC announced the results of this afternoon's secret ballot. Speaker Eddie Ndwanana announced the results. All right, we're joined by our reporter at the council, Patricia Visagie. So, Patricia, this is a victory for the DA. Will it be another Pyrrhic victory? Will it last? I guess these are the questions being asked.
Well, definitely that is what we're all wondering about, in particular when we take into consideration what has played out over the past weeks here in the capital city after the resignation of course, the former mayor, Randall Williams, who resigned, and the controversy that spilled over and obviously plunged the municipality into more instability after the Dr. Murunwa Makwarela issue. So Cilliers Brink, of course, being the new mayor, seems like he has a comprehensive vision for the capital city, in particular the finances, the ailing finances of the capital city. The fact that there are so many challenges, the service delivery challenges. You can see there he is on your screen about to talk to the media here and tell us exactly what is at stake, what lies ahead as we usher in this new moment here.
So obviously I am delighted. I am delighted. It is a privilege, no matter what has happened in this council and in city politics, as I mentioned in the past month. It is an honor to serve the people of Tshwane through the office of the mayor. I hope that this brings to an end the type of politics that we've seen in the council chamber, and I hope this brings a period of stability. Our mission as a multi-party coalition is to build a capital city that works for all of its people. We will draw on the inspiration of those municipalities that are breaking new ground, such as the City of Cape Town, but we will devise a plan that addresses our realities. Firstly, we have to get control of the finances of the city. We have to ensure that the money that people pay in rates, tariffs and charges delivers value, delivers improvement of services. Secondly, we have to address unscheduled power outages and reduce the city's reliance on Eskom. We have to invest in our own energy generation. And lastly, whatever changes we make, we must make sure that basic services aren't compromised. I've said very specifically that this will be a government that serves all of the people. Not some of the people, not the connected few, not insiders, but especially outsiders, especially people who depend on reliable basic services in order to move up in life. That is the mission, and I am sure that the coalition partners of the DA, Action SA, the Freedom Front Plus, the IFP, ACDP share this commitment. So the appointment of the mayoral committee is a very important priority, but remember, this is a coalition government that I am leading. I'm not here for my own sake. I'm not even here just to represent the DA, my own political party. I am the leader of a coalition, and so we have to consult the coalition partners. We have a coalition agreement, which is a very, very important instrument in the city and in this country going forward. So we will consult the different political parties, but given the urgency of passing a budget, of getting a financial recovery plan in place, of addressing some of the issues such as contract workers not being paid, addressing the concerns of the AG, we need a mayoral committee in the city. So that will certainly be a priority. As soon as possible, such a mayoral committee will be announced.
Mayor and from Power FM, one can make appreciation from your priorities, but seemingly you haven't touched on some of the water challenges some of the communities here in Tshwane are facing, particularly Hammanskraal. Any commitment there? There's also accusations, against the former mayor, Randall Williams, that he was not on the ground. There was a lack of oversight in really getting in touch with the communities. Can you assure residents of Tshwane that you will be on the ground assessing the situation, and particularly to those in Hammanskraal that are still struggling with water? What assurance can you give them?
Right. So I have deep appreciation that a mayor is not somebody that sits in an office. What happens in an office, the planning, the oversight, the work that needs to be done in checking that the details are correct, that is very important. And of course, an executive mayor has to dedicate time to office work, but a mayor also needs to be seen by his or her people. And it's very important to see where the problems are. The philosophy of the party that I belong to is go and see for yourself. That's what Helen Suzman said, go and see for yourself. So we will go and see for ourselves the problems. Obviously, we have to acknowledge that there is a serious problem that has been coming for many, many years with the Rooiwal wastewater treatment plant that serves inter alia the Hammanskraal community. The problem is that the capacity of that plant is exceeded by demand, and it has been exceeded by demand for many, many years. A lot in capital investment is going to be required to fully upgrade Rooiwal wastewater treatment plant. We're also clearly not happy with the contract work that has been done there in terms of the refurbishment of the plant. Our coalition partners have said to us that this is a critical priority, and so we have to find whatever means, whether it's a public-private partnership, whether it is working with the Department of Water and Sanitation, to upgrade the capacity of that plant so that we can finally ensure the quality of water to the residents of Hammanskraal, or at least give a realistic timeline of when that will be achieved.
All right, colleagues, I think this will be a final round if you have any further questions.
Well, Patricia Visagie from the SABC. Mr. Brink, congratulations. It's been a long road, a lot of battles in council, but let's go back to where the trouble started, that damning AG report. Are we going to see heads roll? Is there going to be any form of accountability, or at least to get to the bottom of what really happened?
I'll look at you when I answer this.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously, addressing the concerns of the AG report is very important. We said that when that report was announced, that this is obviously not something that a government, which the DA and our coalition partners is proud of. The findings of that report is critically important to address. The financial controls that need to be restored. It's not just the CFO that is responsible for that. Certainly the CFO, but not just the CFO. There must be other officials. We have to restore those controls. We have to restore the data environment, as I mentioned before, and we have to make sure that the city does everything possible to restore a performance management system. All of those things need to be addressed. I look forward to meeting with the finance MMC once he is appointed or she's appointed, as well as the internal audit committee and obviously the city manager, to make sure that we rebuild the system of controls that can deliver a good audit outcome as soon as possible.
All right, thank you so much. Tshwane's new mayor, Cilliers Brink, giving us reassurance of what the road ahead looks like. What are his plans? What exactly his vision is for the capital city, the embattled municipality that is plagued by a lot of challenges. And at its center, of course, lies the issue around service delivery and how he's going to restore the ailing finances to obviously ensure that the people of Tshwane get quality service delivery. It's back to studio.